What up, though? It is Leisha B, and we are back with Detroit Culture Shifters. And this one feels, dare I say, should have been the first one. Because when you think of Detroit and you are a transplant like me, there's a few things that you do. Either you Google search till your ends meet, or you search on Instagram like the smart person would. And you've probably come across a little page, called Detroit Finds 313.
Period.
And we've got the lady behind all of the greatness. We've got
Nkem.
Nkem. We've got Nkem with us today.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm excited because, like I said, your page was the literal first page that I found.
Period.
And I was like, oh, so us Black girls can have fun.
Absolutely.
And we can have fun and be business ladies. Because not also, on top of that, you've had a full transition in the past year.
Okay.
So I want to just talk about the beginnings of it all. So what made you start Detroit Finds 313?
So back in 2019, 2020, before the world exploded,
Right.
a lot of people were leaving. I was in that phase where I graduated college. A lot of my friends were leaving Detroit to start their new lives in different states and different cities. And I was here. I was like, I really didn't feel the need to leave. Why am I leaving? Unless if something was pushing me to leave, I didn't really have a reason to leave.
Right.
So for me, I'm always make the best of what I got. So a lot of people were saying oh, there's nothing to do in Detroit. Detroit is dead. But for me, there's always something to do. We just got to go ahead and look for it,
Right.
And that's where Detroit Finds came from. There is things to do in Detroit, but you just got to find it.
And I feel like that's always been a common thread that I've been hearing from people who are from here, where everyone outside of the city or outside of the state are like, Detroit sucks. What's going on? There ain't nothing to do here. And then I get here and it's popping.
It's popping, especially now.
Why do you think that that's the case?
People aren't looking. I feel like in cities like Atlanta, Houston, it's easier. It's easier to find the things to do because it's out there. It's in your face.
Right.
Detroit, maybe we need to do better with social media or just word of mouth. But it's out there. If you don't want to find it, that's why I created my page. So it's a resource for you to just go ahead and just. It's easier to find.
Well, you have plenty of people who have found you as a resource. Over 100,000 people, girl.
I'm surprised myself.
What do you mean? No, your content is amazing.
It is amazing. I didn't create it to go viral. I never would have expected for me to be in the rooms or for me to be in the spaces that I've been just from just having fun and showing my viewers what I was doing, because I'm a nurse. I'm a registered nurse. So on my off days, I would just go out and do something fun and showcase it to the world, and then it will go viral.
Right.
So I never when I started Detroit Finds, it was never to go viral. It was never to get to this point. But I'm thankful.
I feel like you just kind of tiptoed over something, period. RN, registered nurse, hello.
Yes.
How were you able to balance such a time-consuming and very, very serious job with a time-consuming and kind of unserious, but very serious at the same time business that you created at the same time?
Yeah. So I would say time management. When I was working 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts, on my off days, I made it a point. I'm waking up because I worked midnights. Ooh. So yeah, that's one thing too. Because by the time you wake up, the entire day is gone.
Right.
So work midnights, will come home at 8 a.m. Make it a point to wake up at 1 p.m. so I can go to a restaurant or a fun little outing and then record. Make sure that the next day is edited and is posted. So I feel like me continuing to do that I made it a point. I made it a goal for me to post for 3 months, 3 days a week consistently, and that's when eventually it became Detroit Finds.
I know that's right. Given discipline,
time management,
and I think that that's such a crazy skill to have because once you have discipline, I feel like a lot of things open the doors for you because again, the fact that you went to work at midnight and did not get off until 8 and still were able to make consistent content 3 times a week for 3 months.
Yeah,
that's a lot of work. And it makes me really upset when people downplay content creation. So I also wanted to ask you, what is your process when it comes to deciding what you're gonna do from pitching or conceptualizing to when we actually see the video go up? What is the process for you?
For me, well, before I start, I I kept on looking like, why isn't there a page where like I can find cool experiences or restaurants? And I was like, okay, let me just create my page. So I'm in the mindset of like, what would someone coming into Detroit want to do, you know? Mm-hmm. So for me, I think of like fun activities. I think of like cool aesthetic restaurants. Once I find a place, I go there, record, shoot, edit, and then post.
Do you typically like tell people who you are? Because I know sometimes people will go in blindly and not have like the corporations or the restaurants know it's them.
Yeah.
Do you explicitly say that it's you when you're walking in?
So when I first started, it was me just going into restaurants or going to new, cool places that I thought it was cool and just recording and posting. But now I get a lot of more inbounds. Like people are coming to me for collaborations. So obviously, if you're coming to me, you know who I am.
Right,
so.
right.
But if it's like a place that I want to go to, usually I just like, I don't
just
tell
pull
them.
up.
Yeah, I just pull up.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So because you are the Detroit queen, you know what's up. You need to tell me, what is like one of those discoveries, one of those food spots or one of those gems that surprised you the most where you're like, oh wait, no, I got to keep this in the Rolodex for me to keep doing?
Okay. I would say Afrofuture. Did you get to go to Afrofuture?
I didn't this year, but I'm absolutely going this upcoming year for sure.
Afrofuture, Afro Nation. We have never had anything like that in Detroit. Like, especially as like a Nigerian American, like coming, like living in Metro Detroit. Like, we never had anything like that come here. Most African artists, they always go to like Chicago, they go to Houston, they go to Atlanta. There wasn't really a reason for them to come to Detroit. So the fact that they had two or three consecutive years of them coming here, that's huge. And it was packed. So that's one thing that really like opened my eyes. Like, wow.
I feel like that's also like a running thing where when experiences do come here, they end up being lit. And it's like, why don't you see that and just continue to make more experiences like that? Because I didn't even know that Afrofuture got here until it was in my face. And I said, wait, I didn't get a ticket.
Yeah.
What's happening? All my friends are outside. What's going on?
Yeah, no, it was definitely an experience. So, yeah.
So between being a full-time creative and now operating solely on Detroit Finds 313 now, what's one lesson that you've learned while you've been building this community support and trying to be visible?
Being consistent, as well as having systems in place. For me, I just kind of go with the flow. Like, I'll reach out to this person, I'll reach out to this company. I feel like now I'm being more consistent with like coming up with a schedule, coming up with a time for me to pitch, or hiring or bringing somebody in to help me outsource with all that jobs so I don't have to do it.
Right.
Or all that work so I don't have to do it. So it's more so like creating systems, bringing people in, and being more organized. And
has that been hard for you? Because I feel like as someone who wants their hands on everything, having to like delegate things to other people, it's like, that's my baby, don't mess it up, please.
Yeah, that was me initially. Like, I was like, okay, I can do this all by myself.
Right.
And like, I can't. It's becoming too much. So yeah, just being more inconsistent with that, and like yeah.
You've already hit some major goals for yourself, but are there goals that you're looking to accomplish in 2026 with Detroit Finds 313?
Yes. So my community of experience seekers, I just created that.
And I love it.
Yes.
I love it because I'm an experience seeker. I love it.
Period. So those are a group of individuals who love experiences, love getting out there, doing new things, new and cool things. I'm now going to be transitioning that into a series of events that I'll be hosting. So that's what I'm working on for 2026.
Oh, no, that's right, because you did one, forget her name, but you did a vision board event recently.
Yes, I did that with Detroit Bloggers Collective and Do Dream On. So we typically collaborate on events to bring influencers in to these businesses and just kind of just like get together, fellowship, and then also put out content.
I love that. I love that something that you necessarily weren't expecting to create is now starting to be like even more tangible.
Yeah,
because besides just social media, you can actually see your experience seekers in person, and they'll be able to go on the journey essentially with you.
Yes.
How incredible is that?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Okay, so do you have any advice for people who are trying to get into content creation, specifically when it comes to making Detroit highlightable? Like, what would you share to these people?
Yeah, I would say pick a niche and stick to it, because like social media doesn't really like when you have a whole bunch of everything everywhere. One video is going to go viral and people are going to want to consistently see that same sort of videos on your page. So I would say pick a niche and stick to it. Be consistent, because I feel like a lot of people start social media or content creation and then they stop. They get discouraged by the views. They get discouraged by the engagement. They get discouraged by like the vanity metrics that we place upon ourselves, because obviously we want to be successful.
Right.
But yeah, just be consistent. Don't worry about the views. Just post because you love social media or content creating. And yeah, be consistent, pick a niche, go for it. Don't be scared.
With you having such a major platform, and I'm going to assume your metrics are eating down, how do you maintain, obviously still wanting those great metrics, but also still catering to, no, this is what I want to do with my page? How do you balance the two?
It's definitely hard, because I feel like my follower count has been at one number for months. But I go on threads and people are complaining about the same thing. So maybe it's just a thing that Instagram is just like cutting down on the spam followers and accounts and whatnot. But it definitely gets hard. Sometimes I'll create like fire content. I'm like, this is gonna go viral, and I'll get like 5 views, which
is crazy.
I'll get 5 views, but I feel like if you love the art, you're gonna put it out regardless of like how it looks like. Sometimes content doesn't take off until like months later,
right?
You know, so just don't be discouraged. And that's one thing I've been trying to tell myself, like, just put out the content. The right people are going to see it and they're going to love it and they're going to share it, and that's all that matters.
And I, again, as someone who has used your page multiple times, I can tell you that you're killing it.
I appreciate it.
I watch it, girl.
Yeah.
I've been saving, because there are some places that I absolutely will be going because of your recommendation. Because most of the time when I'm like, oh, it's on this page, it's great.
Yes.
And I think that you've created a community of experience seekers who not only identify with you, but also feel like you identify with them.
Yes. Okay.
And I think that
thank you so much.
and I think that that's why you are different from other, I guess, platforms, because you don't just feel like someone who's just pushing content out to me. It feels like you're one of, like, I could go to an event with you and feel like it's fine.
Yes.
And I feel like you wouldn't lie to us either, because I feel like a lot of people might, dibble and dabble in that lane.
Yeah, and a lot of people will be like, oh, you're lying. Like, sometimes I'll like post a food review. They'll be like, oh, I went there and it sucked. I'm like, well, I liked it.
Right, when I went there, it was fun.
It was great. I love the food. So I feel like, yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, you're just lying, you're getting paid, da da da. I'm like,
never
no,
that. She's true to it.
I'm true to it.
And because you were nominated as a Detroit culture shifter, I want to know who you are passing the flowers on to. Who do you think are some Detroit culture shifters?
So I have 3.
Okay.
So the first one is Justice Oshioyi. He is the founder of Detroit. Is a magazine.
Okay.
That supports.
Oh wait, I think I follow them.
Yeah. So him. I would say Deandra Brown from Nursing from the D. Obviously, I'm a nurse too, so that's a part of an organization that she founded. And also Umelo Oyenjiaka. He is the founder of DevOps Detroit, so it's a tech group. They're doing great things.
I'm not gonna lie, I've heard of all these people.
Yes.
You're tapped in.
We're all doing great things, I love it.
Well, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for what you have created. I'm very excited for the Experience Seekers IRL.
Yes.
And is there anything that's coming up that you want to share with our listeners?
Yes. So I would like for all you guys to just follow me on Detroit Finds 313 on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads, and just be on the lookout for my Experience Seekers events. It's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Yes. And again, follow her at Detroit Finds 313.
Detroit Finds 313. Thank you.